You know when there's like a little voice inside your head that's like, maybe you shouldn't do that. Like, just don't do that. That little voice was on vacation, and I had an idea, and I ran with it. I made some nudes, and by that, of course, I mean pasta. We've got risque penne. Look at this little stance. Lasagna twat. Natty gnocchi. Why is it sweating? What do you know? Ramen noodles. I put butts on far too many things. And then my favorite. Macaroni fans.
Okay, we have Steven who's 31. He is a teacher. Okay, you're gonna teach me some things, Steven. What does it say across his face? Temptation? Temptation across the neck. Yes, I'm really a teacher. Imagine this. Okay. Consider it imagined.
I am in imagination land.
You're swiping on Tinder, see a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
But unsure which way to swipe. You read his bio. You like it. It's captivating. F it. You swipe right. Boom. You match. You start talking. Conversations are engaging. He listens. He cares. He's genuine. You bring him home. Your parents love him. A couple years pass. You get married. You found love in a hopeless place. Cool story? Well, that won't happen here, but you can call me daddy in need of a slut.
Oh my God. That's me. I'd like to apply for the role of slut. He is going right up there with best profile.
Absolutely not.
Tear could fall down my face right now. I love it so bad.
A spaghetti-o jello ring from the 60s. Now, I've been unable to confirm whether or not this recipe actually existed in the 60s, not that I particularly want to, but seemingly everybody and their dog has sent me this. Into a saucepan goes a 1/4 cup of tomato soup, 1/4 cup of water, now 2 packs of gelatin. Wonder what demon will summon today. Fire! Now that this is completely smooth, we remove from heat and add 2 cans of SpaghettiOs. Is life insurance expensive? Into a bunt. Good night. Ooh! Did I mention there were sausages? Because there are sausages. I don't want to do it. That is unnatural. It's like a morgue. I need a hug.
Okay, what in the community college cookbook is going on here? What in the dorm room diner? What? Is that pancake mix? What are you gonna do with that? Is that a rice cooker? You just put pancake mix in a rice cooker? What did it do? Lift it. Quit playing. Lift it. Lift. What in the wheels on the bus go round and round? My man just made a tire. He bit a whole cake. There's no way this actually works. We're getting pranked. Okay, welcome back to the Wish.com version of Mythbusters. Okay, welcome back to Not So Common Denominator, where I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm gonna let Jesus take the wheel on this one. Okay, Houston, we have a problem.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back to Honey, I Blew Up the Pancake. 1, 2. Oh! Yo, that's amazing. Oh, what? That's incredible. You better watch out, IHOP, before I hop to your store and put you out of business.
If you can get the money from under this cup without making the mats fall or touching the mats, then I'll give you $100. But if it falls, you got to give me $100.
Okay.
All right? No cheating this time. That's all the rules. I ain't going to switch nothing up.
I could move the cups and make the money fall, but then the match is gonna fall.
Yeah, it's harder than you thought, isn't it? I mean, you could drill a hole in the top of the cup or something and like try to take the money out if you think you got the balance. You know what I'm saying?
It's booty time. Boom. You're ready for the cold. Come here. Come on. Oh, get up. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not picking you up. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come here. Good boy. Come on, let's go. Outside. Come on. Bird. Go. There, now your feet don't get cold. See?
Good morning, bad news. Millennials are the unluckiest generation in US history. Compared to every single generation going back to 1792, that's the transcendental, gilded, progressive, missionary lost, GI silent, baby boomer, and Gen X generations, spanning the Civil War, both World Wars, the Vietnam and Gulf Wars, and the Great Depression, millennials unequivocally have had the worst economic growth per capita ever, according to a deep dive analysis by the Washington Post. Millennials have had the distinct honor of experiencing so many once-in-a-lifetime economic setbacks, which specifically impacted their generational group more than any other, that even accounting for future economic upturn and higher earnings over time, millennials as a whole will never recover from a lifetime of back-to-back recessions and black swan events like 9/11 during their childhood, the 2008 economic collapse when entering the workforce, and COVID-19 at the exact moment that millennials became the largest portion of the workforce as older generations retire. And every single time there's a collapse and recovery, it leaves older generations better off at the sole expense of millennials. And each recovery is accompanied by its own unprecedented transfer of wealth from the working class to the billionaire class, of which millennials are not a part. In fact, millennials only own 5% of the total US wealth, and Mark Zuckerberg alone has 2% of all millennial wealth. This cycle of uninterrupted economic spiraling has also meant that millennials earn significantly less than they should. By entering the workforce during the Great Recession, a period of record-breaking high unemployment, the well-paid jobs that were promised to them by virtue of a college education, which is what happened to boomers and Gen X during extremely strong economic growth in the 90s, never materialized for millennials. Instead, they started their careers in lower-paying jobs, often ones that didn't have anything to do with what they went to college for. And by starting at a lower salary in a different field, their future economic earnings were permanently stunted. That's why, on average, millennials are reaching life milestones like home ownership, marriage, and starting a family as much as a decade later than previous generations, if they even do at all. Today, 70% of millennials live paycheck to paycheck. Generationally, they hold within a statistical margin of error 0% of the total real estate wealth in the US. And ironically, millennials are the most educated and most productive workforce in history. Statistically, they work harder and get more done than their Gen X or baby boomer counterparts, while generating more revenue for the companies that employ them. Despite all the whining other generations do about lazy millennials, it's those other generations who collect billions in passive rental income from millennial workers while refusing to retire and leave easy, well-paid managerial jobs for which they are no longer qualified. If you're a millennial, how many times have you had to export a PDF for someone making 6 times your salary who's had that job since the early 2000s? In fact, maybe the Washington Post is wrong. Millennials aren't the unluckiest generation. It wasn't luck that repeatedly crashed the economy, decimated wages, raised the rent, skyrocketed the national debt, poisoned the environment, and fumbled the pandemic response. We're not unlucky, we're screwed. Thanks for watching Good Morning Bad News. If you want to help out the channel and get some free stuff as a thank you, or if you just want to read our scripts and see all of our sources for free, check us out on Patreon, the link's in the bio.
We're just here to clear up the confusion behind Confusion Corner here in Winnipeg. It really couldn't be more simple. If you want to go north, just go east, and if you want to go north, go north, and if you want to go west, go east, and if you want to go south, go east. But if you want to go east, you can't. I'm Leroy, he's Leroy behind the camera. There's always something to do.
I have no idea why the hell I came into this room. Perhaps it's just as well. I'm sure my brain will power up real soon. Ain't nothing happening upstairs. It's just a fish tank gravel up there. I'm in the living room and who knows for what. The milk spoiled in my coconut.
Part 14 of Stupid People in Vocal Fry, aka reading iconic court transcripts. Ka-chow. Lawyer, do you recall what time it was when you examined the body? Witness, the autopsy started around 8:30. Lawyer, and Mr. Denton was dead at that time? Witness, if not, he was by the time I finished. Your Honor, just to clarify, is my client banned from every Walmart or just this particular Walmart? If you'd like me to look up strip club law, I'd be happy to. Lawyer, they're charging you for possession of an ounce. Defendant, that's fucking bullshit. I've never had more than 10 grams on me. Are you a drug dealer? Witness, no. Attorney, well, how many people have you sold drugs to this year? Witness, only 2 or 3. When they're regular dealers out of town. I can assert my Fifth Amendment right. Attorney, you're asserting your Fifth Amendment right to what his penis looks like. Witness, correct. Counsel, do you care to object? Attorney, honestly, Your Honor, I'm curious to see where opposing counsel takes this. Let it ride. God may have forgiven you, but the state has not. Defendant, that's some bullshit. Defense attorney, what he means, Your Honor, is that he intends to vigorously contest these charges. I was an unemployee at that time. Attorney, I'll see your male witness and raise you 3 female memories. Did you say something to the defendant after you stabbed him? Witness, yes. I told him that if he was going to die, he better get himself out of my house. Prosecutor, and why is that? Witness, I didn't want him to die in my house and have his spirit get trapped inside to haunt me forever. Obviously.
Making disturbing recipes from the Mountain Dew website, Part 1. Mountain Dew grilled cheese sandwich. For this recipe, you'll need white bread, shredded cheddar cheese, cream cheese, butter, green food coloring, and 1 can Mountain Dew. Pour Mountain Dew into a small saucepan over medium heat and reduce to 1/4 cup. Combine cream cheese, cheddar cheese, and food coloring until green is evenly distributed throughout. Add cheese mixture to Mountain Dew reduction and stir over low heat until completely melted. Butter and salt slices of bread, then toast on a hot nonstick pan, adding filling and another slice of bread to complete grilled cheese sandwiches. Serve to all the gamers in your life.
That fucking looks dreadful. Oh, God.
You can't deny that it's an interesting taste. Definitely gets worse with every bite. This is great if every time you have a grilled cheese, you think to yourself, I wish there was caffeine in this.
I like grilled cheeses. I like Mountain Dews. Oh, it's dreadful. I'm hungry.
Do you like your new tie? It makes you look very handsome.
I now present to you the video that got me banned from the Reddit vegan community. These are meatless. Oh, these expire on my cousin's birthday. Jesus! Okay, seeing some hairs. These look nasty. Some would say the worst. Like a bratwurst. Stop it. I don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Excuse me.